What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Getting into this episode of GH, I was so freaking happy to see Lois and Sunny reunited. I was so happy because I was wondering when we were gonna get some Lois and Sunny time, and I'm glad that they got that time to catch up and talk. You know, Sunny was all happy to show off the grandkids and all that type of stuff. And I know Lois is chomping at the bit for BLQ to put some beans in that oven. Lois like, bitch, I want some grandkids. Hopefully Lois does not push that agenda on the BLQ, because I'm pretty sure BLQ is not stressing about no kids right about now. It's probably going to be a little ways off before BLQ and Chase sit down and talk about children. But why Lois had to come for Sunny kitchen like that, talking about his oven and stuff need work. I mean, I totally get where she coming from, but at the same time, Sunny's restaurant is the front, so I can understand why he ain't got no state-of-the-art kitchen. Or no state-of-the-art, oven and stuff like that and appliances. I get that. It was wonderful seeing them catch up and stuff like that. I was so freaking happy. Like, felt like old times. Moving on from that, Tracy. Tracy is not going to stop with this agenda to get BOQ to work at Deception. Like, she is not stopping with it at all. All these little, these little veiled threats that she keep making, like these little implied threats. Like, even Ned was over it. Ned was like, why the hell you keep threatening this girl? Like, why don't you just offer her the company? If she turn you down, take no for an answer. Tracy was looking at him like, are you really my son? Because, like, what the hell you mean take no for an answer? Do I look like I take no for an answer? Tracy Q definitely don't take no for an answer. But for her to tell BLQ, like, oh, well, one day you're going to need me. Because she feel like one day BLQ going to get herself in another pickle where she going to have to call Tracy for her help. And that's where Tracy going to blackmail her ass again to work at Deception again. This time legit. Like, she really is pushing for her to leave this music career alone. I'm like, Tracy, leave that shit alone. Let that girl rock out and do what she do. Like, if the music business don't work out for her or whatever, and she's exhausted all those options in the music world, and it really don't work for her, then you can revisit the whole Deception thing. But naturally, Tracy ain't letting that shit go. She was like, nope, you're going to work at Deception whether you like it or not. One way or the other, I'm going to get you up in there. Tracy going to do what it do. And of course, her, Ned, and Olivia going back and forth because she's still mad at Olivia for not committing Ned or whatever. And I can't say I blame Olivia for not doing it, because at the end of the day, she rather his memories come back of his own free will rather than her force him to do something, because she wouldn't want nobody forcing her to do something. And I can't say I blame her on that one, whether Tracy like it or not. I like how Olivia defended him and had his back and stuff like that, even though she still wishes her husband would come back to her, but she can't force somebody to do something they really don't want to do, even if she does have the legal power of attorney to do it, the legal right to do it as his wife. But let me just point something out real quick. I freaking love when they show that set of the Quartermain House, that part of the Quartermain House. I don't know what that is. Like, is that a sitting room or a music room? Like, what part of the house is that? Because we've been seeing that set so many times since they debuted it and stuff. And every time I see that set, I get in awe of it because I love that set. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, addition to the house that we never seen prior to them introducing it. So I love it. That's why I always give Frank Valentini his props, because every time you turn around, we getting a new set. Not only just new characters, but shit, we get new sets. You know what I'm saying? That's more than I can say about some of these other daytime shows. Because Lord knows Y&R wear out them sets that they got. They don't introduce barely any new sets. Hell, they in the verge of shit. They getting rid of certain sets. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got sets that we barely get to see anymore. So I will tip my hat to Frank Valentini. You know what I'm saying? Like, that man know how to work a budget. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody know daytime TV is on a very tight budget these days. So I always wonder, like, how the hell can Frank Valentini maneuver the budget the way that he does it? Like, not only does he bring in new people, he bring in new sets. And even though I don't agree with some of the colors on them sets, I do love the sets that he have the set designers create, because the set designers do their thing with these new sets, and I love it. But yeah, props to Frank, man. Frank be giving us that new stuff, especially that new cafe that we got today. The Cafe Sherry or whatever. That cafe is nice. That cafe is nice. I'll say this one I'm talking about, Frank. I love how he just gives us modern sets. You know, like I said, I ain't too thrilled with some of the colors on them sets, but the sets do be, you know, beautiful. Um, so yeah, moving on from that. This whole situation with Dante and Sam, I'm so happy that they're renovating too. Apparently, they got Cody helping, and now Sasha's gonna help them renovate the penthouse. I'm like, oh shit! So we gonna get a new, you know, modern version of the penthouse now? I was so happy to hear that. Because Dante been living with Sam for what, a year now? I want to say either a year or going on a year. He been living with Sam, so I think it's only right that they renovate the penthouse and make it their home. You know, because she still got furniture and decor in there, I think, from either during the time she was with Jason or during the time she was with Drew when he thought he was Jason. You know what I'm saying? Like, she still got that old decor up in there. So I don't blame Dante for wanting to, you know, change up the house a little bit to make it, you know, his home too. He has a right to do that. You know, because if you're going to move in somewhere, you know, you got to change up the sofa or the color. Something, you know, to make it pop, make it, you know, more your style. You know what I mean? Not just her style or past dudes that she was with that lived there, but he gotta make it his home too. So I'm glad that they're renovating it. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I love about, one of the things I love about GH is they gonna give us a new set, or they gonna remodel some old sets and make it more modern. I love it because you don't get that on daytime TV that often because, like I said, they don't have the budget. So I'm glad that Frank know how to do wonders with that budget. So I can't wait to see what these new renovations are gonna look like. So moving on from that, I don't blame Blaze for not wanting to take the deal at Deception to be the new face of Deception. I don't blame her because I mean it's a good look for her career in a way. I think it'll, you know, it'd be a good partnership. You know, it'll do great numbers for Deception and it'll do great for her career. But Deception is in a free for all right now with this management change, the ownership change. It's just, you know, a balance, you know, the balance of power at the company right now. You got Tracy and Lucy duking it out over who running shit. I just feel like that wouldn't be a good look right now for her career. You know what I'm saying? That company is not stable. It's in turmoil right now. I don't blame her for not wanting to attach herself to it. Plus, I don't think she wants to push out Sasha. You know, I don't think she wants to do that. So I can't blame her for saying no. And I'm glad that she signed her contract to work with BLQ. Because I'm interested in seeing what they're going to cook up and what they're going to create and stuff. So I think it's exciting. Speaking of, Lucy is so over it at this point. Like, Lucy was fucking over Tracy at this point. Like, she was fuming when Blaze decided not to sign with Deception. A part of me can't blame Lucy. I really can't blame Lucy because at the end of the day, if you're going to run the company and be CEO, you have to run it how you see fit. Like, don't get me wrong, a CEO does have somebody to answer to. Because in most corporations, the CEO answers to the stockholders, they answer to the board. And in this case, Tracy would be the board. So I get that. But it's like every decision Tracy wants to make, it fucks with, you know, the vision that Lucy has for the company. And Lucy is pretty much CEO of the company. You know, and every decision that Lucy makes, Tracy toddles in and try to, you know, throw her weight around. So they need to decide who's running this company at this point. Because now that Tracy's the majority owner and Lucy's still in charge pretty much, who's running things? Because it's like a balance, it's like a power struggle going on. And Lucy laid down the law with her. Or so she thought she did. Because she was like, listen, I run this company. I'm going to run this company. It's my vision. You need to back the hell off. She was like, this is the last major decision you're going to make. Tracy was like, yeah, okay, we'll see about that because I'm still majority owner, so we'll see. But see, that's my thing. If Tracy wants to run things or call the shots or whatever, or have the final say, then why don't she just fire Lucy as CEO and install herself as CEO? But I also think that that's what she want BLQ to do. Like, she want BLQ to run that company. And I think that's what Tracy trying to work on. And at this point, I don't know what Tracy's motivations are for wanting to keep Sasha. I don't trust it. I don't trust Tracy as far as I can freaking throw Tracy because Tracy has an agenda. What that is, I don't know. But I don't see why she would want to keep Sasha, especially with all the scandal and stuff like that. Like, why would she want to keep her? It don't make sense from a Tracy point of view unless you up to something. But I still feel like it was foul of Lucy not to have one conversation with Sasha, because she keep talking about, oh, I don't know if Sasha even wants to stay with Deception. You don't know because you don't have conversations with her. You have not picked up the phone and called this girl to even check on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you call her. You won't know what her stance is until you talk with her. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the harm in picking up the damn phone or going to see her? Like, I don't know what the hell Lucy up to, but she working my nerves. I'm glad, honestly, that Laura and Martin are on their P's and Q's when it comes to Cyrus, because they don't trust that they don't trust the new, life changing, or I found religion and all this stuff, this new turn, this new leaf turn or whatever that he's on. Oh, I'm turning a new leaf and all this. They don't trust it. And I'm glad that Martin and Laura have their eyes open where Cyrus is concerned. I wouldn't trust it either. He's trying to put himself off as this frail old man and stuff like that. Like, oh, I'm with God now. I'm walking with God. I done left this life alone. I'm glad Laura not trusting it, as she shouldn't. I'm glad she not. But once again, that cafe, what y'all think about that new cafe? That new set? Like, I hope they use it on a regular basis, but what y'all think about it? I kind of like it. I think it's cute. I definitely think it's cute. So anyway, moving on from that, I'm not surprised that TJ stopped Austin from killing Mason. I'm not surprised that that's what he did, because you know what? As much as TJ wants Mason to pay for what he did, TJ's not the type that'll just sit there and watch him get murdered. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to watch somebody get murdered. And that's going to open up a whole new can of worms for TJ, for Molly, for Jordan, for Austin. Like, it's going to have a major impact on all of them if he did that. Because think about it. If TJ sat right there and watched Austin kill Mason, he would have had another dilemma on his hand. For one, he would have had Mason's death on his conscience. Two, he would have had to make the decision on whether to go forward to the cops about it or sit on that information and not say nothing, which would have made him an accessory. You know what I'm saying? After the fact. Like, you would have been an accessory to the shit. Because that's obstruction of justice right there. Knowing that his girlfriend is the ADA and his mother is a deputy mayor now. That would have put all of them in a position. Because think about it. What if he would have told Molly about that? What if he would have told Jordan? Now they're in an awkward position of protecting him now. Because if they go forward and go public with this, obviously TJ would go down, Austin would go down. You know what I mean? Like, Austin's career would obviously be over. All of their lives would be fucking over. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, So I understand why he stopped Austin from doing what he did. He took an oath to save lives, not end them. So I get it. Even Austin was kind of grateful, because Austin was losing his mind at that moment. I think Austin just snapped in that moment because he's tired of being a puppet in, Cyrus and them games. He tired of, being a puppet in their little game and, them being the puppet master and having him on the string dancing when they want. He's tired of that. So I get why he snapped a little bit. Shit, I probably would have too. But I know he was grateful that they shut that down. That TJ shut it down or whatever, because he would have lost his career and his life if he would have went through with it. I say let the chips fall where they may. You know what I'm saying? If I was Austin, I would testify. I would testify for the DA's office against every crime I know Mason did. That's additional charges. I would definitely do it, even if that would throw myself under the bus. I would take, get an immunity deal or something if I was Austin. And I'm glad TJ realizes that, what Austin did to Ava and stuff like that means that Mason's going to go to prison for for a very long time. So he's going to get a win either way. So anyway, moving on from that, I know Ava was pissed when she found out from Laura that Nicholas was alive. She was pissed. You know what I mean? And I can't say I blame her. I just wish that Ava would have confided in Laura what she did, because maybe she wouldn't have wasted her time. But then again, now that I'm thinking about it, had Ava would have told Laura what she did, Laura probably never would have went out of the country looking for him, trying to find him or whatever, thinking he was alive or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But now that she did that, they got confirmation that he's alert, he's alive. You know, he's moving around. And I don't blame Ava for being pissed or thinking that Austin knew about it. And of course, Austin lying ass gonna sit there and lie, talking about, oh, I didn't know anything about it. I just did what Mason told me to do. I hate that Ava's trusting him. I really hate that. Because Ava's usually sharper than this. You know, she could see bullshit from a mile away. So I really hope that Ava wises up to the type of person Austin is and realize that he full of shit. So anyway, moving on from that. They still going strong with this Elizabeth and Finn nonsense. I'm like, ugh. It's like watching two friends have casual sex because they just trying to get an itch, you know, scratch a little itch on each other, but there's no flame. That's how it is. I'm glad that we get little tidbits about Cameron in college. You know what I'm saying? Apparently Cameron got a little girlfriend up in college or whatever. I said, well, go Cam. Good for Cam. I'm glad he moved on from Jocelyn and he's doing well. But yeah, Elizabeth and Finn is just a no bueno for me because I'm like, they ain't got it. They ain't got that spark. So anyway, that's pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section and let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.